In June 2026, SpaceX is preparing for a public market debut that integrates its aerospace operations with its newly consolidated artificial intelligence division, xAI. Trading under the ticker SPCX, the combined entity is projected to reach a valuation of $1.25 trillion. To anchor this new division, SpaceX is targeting Cursor. Developed by Anysphere, it is currently the fastest-scaling B2B software platform in history. Unlike traditional AI tools, Cursor focuses entirely on the developer's primary workspace, integrating AI directly into the code editor. This chart tracks Cursor's financial velocity. Annual recurring revenue hit $2 billion in February 2026, passed $3 billion in April, and projects $6 billion by year-end. To secure this, SpaceX engineered a $60 billion call option, allowing acquisition within 30 days. SpaceX is betting that by controlling the editor, they control the environment where engineers actually build and refine software. They are moving to own the interface where human input and machine generation meet. Because of the high probability of regulatory pushback, the deal includes a built-in fallback mechanism. If federal agencies block the acquisition, the transaction automatically shifts into a structured joint development partnership. In this scenario, SpaceX will pay Cursor $10 billion. This covers shared engineering costs and provides Cursor with a massive allocation of computational power for model training. This $10 billion payment acts as a 17. All 11 of the original co-founders have left the company, and the remaining team is using extreme measures to gather data, including an April 2026 program that offered employees $420 to hand over their personal tax returns for model training. This urgency is colliding with gun-jumping provisions in United States antitrust law. These regulations strictly forbid merging companies from mixing assets or operational decisions before a deal officially closes. xAI General Counsel James Burnham issued an explicit directive ordering staff to halt all premature operational integration. He warned that every internal communication could be subpoenaed during the regulatory review process. However, the directive may have arrived too late. By the time it was issued, Cursor employees were already working side by side with xAI engineers in the same corporate offices. If regulators find evidence of this premature integration, the resulting subpoenas could stall the IPO and derail the entire $60 billion transaction. The technology driving this value is centered on Cursor's Composer 2.5. It uses sophisticated file indexing and embedding techniques to allow the AI to understand a developer's entire local codebase. To maintain this context without latency, Cursor relies on the Memphis Colossus supercluster. This facility currently hosts 200,000 GPUs, with plans to scale to 1 million to support continuous repo-wide indexing. But the proprietary nature of this technology has been questioned. Developers discovered that the Cursor agent is actually Anthropic's Claude code tool, localized and rebranded to function within the Cursor interface. This suggests that Cursor's primary value is its orchestration harness, the ability to package existing models into a seamless, high-velocity workflow. This reliance on agents has sparked a debate led by veteran hacker George Hotz. In an essay titled The Eternal Sloptember, Hotz argues that autoregressive LLMs are statistical pattern matchers that lack the underlying world models required for genuine logical programming. Hotz likens agentic coding to a slot machine. The AI outputs plausible code, masking subtle logical errors, trapping developers in debugging loops. He warns corporate developers use agents to blindly increase raw output, deploying massively brittle systems. Andrej Karpathy holds the opposing view, concluding that frontier models like GPT 5.4 have shifted the developer's workflow into a state where manual syntax writing is no longer the primary task. Karpathy defines this as vibe coding, where the human acts as a high-level system architect and reviewer, while the AI handles the bulk of the manual implementation. Commercial providers are leaning into this shift. They view structural code bloat as an acceptable trade-off for the speed of generation, provided human oversight remains part of the process. This consolidation is meeting resistance from the European Commission's tech sovereignty package. The Cloud and AI Development Act legally restricts EU member states from using US cloud providers to process sensitive data in healthcare, finance, and the judicial system. European regulators are also moving to ring-fence orbital satellite spectrum, which would block SpaceX's Starlink from key communications markets in the region. These moves target the public sector contracts that often fund the infrastructure expansion of American aerospace and AI companies. At the developer level, this has caused a wave of subscription cancellations as enterprise architects raise alarms over data security. The concern is that proprietary source code is being fed directly into xAI servers to train future models. This suggests a future defined by a widening gap between vibe coders who generate fragile systems and elite architects who maintain absolute control over the underlying logic. SpaceX's $60 billion play for Cursor targets a specific layer of the stack. They are moving to capture the live human telemetry that refines the logic of autonomous systems.